Good evening and welcome to Primetime News on MITV. I am Victor Daniels. The headlines. Falana demands ex-EFCC Chairman Bauer's release after expiration of remand order. NDLEA raids warehouse in Lagos and recovers 4.8 billion naira worth of opiates. And in foreign, Russia's Luna 25 crashes into the moon. And in sports, Spain beat England to win the 2023 Women's World Cup. And now the news in details. The human rights lawyer Femi Falana, SAN, has asked the Department of State Service, DSS, to release the suspended chairman of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, Mr. Abdulrasheed Bauer, from illegal custody without any further delay. He said a remand order issued by a magistrate court in the Federal Capital Territory has become spent, invalid and illegal, as no magistrate has the power under the Section 493 of the Administration of Criminal Justice Act 2015 or Section 35 of the Constitution of Nigeria to authorize the detention of a criminal suspect for 67 days without trial. In a stamped statement made available to the media on Sunday, Falana also asked the federal government to ensure that the rights of the suspended Central Bank of Nigeria, Governor Godwin Emefiele, and Bauer are suspected by the DSS and the Office of the Director of Public Prosecution in the Federal Ministry of Justice, even though the duo had a penchant for disobeying the orders of the courts when they were in office. He said that the plight of both suspects should be a lesson for all public officers in Nigeria who always behave as if there will be no tomorrow. However, the government, which rules by the law, is under a legal obligation not to breach the fundamental rights of the citizens except in a manner prescribed by the Constitution of Nigeria. Operatives of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency on Sunday recovered a total sum of 4.8 billion worth of opiates in a warehouse in Lagos and also intercepted a $20 million counterfeit note in Abuja, arrest wanted teenage bandits in Sokoto. The agencies made this known in a statement signed by its Director of Media and Advocacy, Femi Babafemi, shared on the agency's Facebook page on Sunday. The statement in part said multi-billion naira worth of illicit drugs were again seized at a warehouse tucked in the midst of popular international trade fair complex, Alaba, Ojo area of Lagos, by operatives of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA, on Saturday, the 19th of August. Recovered from the warehouse owned by a wanted billionaire drug baron include 1.4 million pills of tramadol, 225 milligram weighing 826 kilograms, 3.2 million pills of codeine with a gross weight of 3,360 kilograms, and 2,841 cartons of codeine syrup containing 284,100 bottles with 28,410 liters of the psychoactive substance, with a combined street value of 4,820,500,000 naira only. Socio-Economic Rights and Accountability Project, SIRAP, has urged President Bola Tinubu to publicly instruct the former governors who are now serving as ministers in his administration to stop collecting life pensions, exotic cars and other allowances from their states while they serve as ministers. SIRAP urged him to instruct the former governors to immediately return any pension and allowances that they may have collected since leaving office to the public treasury. In the letter dated the 19th of August 2023 and signed by the SIRAP Deputy Director Kolawole Oluwadare, the organization said the appointment of former governors who collect life pensions while serving as ministers is implicitly forbidden by the Nigerian Constitution 1999 as amended and the country's international legal obligations. Sirap said the President Tinubu would be acting in the public interest by stopping the former governors now serving as ministers in your government from collecting life pensions, especially given the current grave economic realities in the country. The following former governors are now ministers in the Tinubu administration: Badaru Abubakar, Nyesom Wike, Bello Matawale, Adegboyega Oyetola, and David Umahi. Others are Simon Lalong, Atiku Bagudu, and Ibrahim Gaidam. In a view of the growing housing deficit in Nigeria, government and stakeholders in the building construction sector appear to be taking a bold step to reduce and ameliorate the challenges the deficit poses in the socio-economic life of the country. Towards this direction, the Lagos state government and developers in the provision of the house across the state are partnering on the initiative called the Rent to Own to provide circle for the low and middle income group in the society. A developer, Deji Durojai, who is the contractor for the Alexandra Court Coastal City in the Beju-Lekki community of Lagos, where construction work is ongoing, led some journalists under the Aegis of Properties and Environmental Writers Association of Nigeria, PERWAN, to 165 hectares of land of a 5-year project, the first phase of which is expected to conclude by March 2024. Disclosing this at a chat with newsmen after a tour of the ongoing housing construction work, Dekin Durojai, who is the managing director of Legrand Properties Development Company, said Rent to Own initiative is a solution to housing deficits in the country.
On the Rent to Own is a new, like I said, it was just approved, I think in December last year, January this year. Most people are not aware of Rent to Own. Most people are not aware. They're only aware of the NHF avenue for you to have a direct link with Federal Mortgage Bank. Avenue for you to be sure of even the house. And you are saying, I've agreed with the developer, Federal Mortgage Bank, go ahead. That is what it's about. Why people are not aware